Time for real talk with Prospector. No filters, no middlemen, no BS. Just real talk.
I think Hollywood has taken it too far with the Halloween costumes on TV shows. We're supposed to believe a family doesn't have enough money to get groceries and pay for their prescription medication, but yet they can somehow afford movie-quality costumes for all 5 of their little sex trophies? Sorry, I ain't buying it.
This has been Real Talk with Prospector on Rock 107.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
McDonald's Quarter Pounders have been linked to an E. coli outbreak. At least now, Grimace has a reason for looking like that. The cheapest World Series tickets for Friday's game at Dodger Stadium start at $1,200. Even crazier, Dodger Dog and a beer start at $1,300. Experts say drinking alcohol may prevent food poisoning, which raises the question, what wine pairs best with Chipotle?
It's 60 Minutes meets Gone in 60 Seconds. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
That's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate.
And Kate, we have some pretty cool concert tickets to give away.
Oh, yes, we do. Tickets to see Dropkick Murphys with the Menzingers coming to Wilkes-Barre Tuesday, March 11th.
Sorry about that. You got to know what Larry the Lyrical Leprechaun's talking about. It's perhaps my most hated time of year. I'm talking about spooky season. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, I don't like Halloween at all. There's not a thing about Halloween I like.
I know, and it makes me sad because it's my favorite time of year.
And it's awesome for a lot of people. A lot of people are totally into it, and they're like, well, Halloween, great. And that's fantastic. Leave me out of it. Keep off my porch with your begging for candy. Stay away from me with your dumb mask that I can't see your face in. And then you're like, how come you don't recognize me? Because you weren't Frankenstein when I was with you, okay? And I don't even want to see your sexy costumes. I'm not interested. So I want to play a game of wrong answers only, sexy costumes.
Okay.
And here's my my example.
Oh, gosh.
Sexy Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's kind of scary. I don't... Ugh.
There's something wrong with that. That's what we're looking for this morning. Sexy costume, wrong answers only at Rock 107. And we got one that flew in via our text. I wanted to hear the sound. Are you ready for this? This is gross. I'm sorry. But sexy vomit.
Ew. I have a bad feeling about this.
This could go off the rails so quickly here, Kate.
Yeah. John from your Twitter said sexy Ozempic model.
That's not too bad.
That's weird. Holly from your Instagram said sexy ingrown hair.
There's just so many bad ones here. Well, no politics, of course, but what are those sexy Halloween costumes? Wrong answers only. Let's check out the rock lines. Rock 107, what do you got?
An image of Ma Kettle popped into my mind.
Ma Kettle, sexy costume, wrong answer. I think it's perfect, man. Now, who's this?
People call me Orbit.
All right, Orbit. Our younger listeners may have to Google Ma Kettle, but that's an awesome one, man.
Yeah, man.
Another text popping in along the same lines. How about Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies? Sexy costumes, wrong answers only here at Rock 107.
Tina from your Facebook said sexy pimple pop.
Ugh.
Why am I getting all the gross ones?
Because it's easy to make it a wrong sexy costume.
Joe from my Facebook said sexy bunion.
Yeah, see, I told you this could go off the rails. This could be really, really bad, but we're going to hit up open mic on the Rock 107 app. Wrong answers only, sexy costumes for Halloween.
What about a sexy Prospector costume? Yeah, man. That'd definitely scare the kids and adults alike. You got to admit that one.
Sexy Prospector. That's wrong answer, no doubt.
That was brutal.
Yeah, you know what? Take me down a peg. I'm all right with that. We're talking about wrong answers only, sexy Halloween costumes.
Michelle from your Facebook, this is arguably the worst one.
Yeah.
Sexy stained underwear.
Northeast PA's Classic Rock, Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector. Time for another Prospector prank phone call. And I got an email from a woman named Amy who says, hey, Prospector, I listen to your show, and so does my daughter, Teresa. We've been listening for years. I've been hearing the prank calls, and I love them. My daughter's daughter, Daphne, just started kindergarten. Could you prank her? So I'm like, wait, you want me to prank your granddaughter? She's like, no, prank Teresa. I was just giving you some background. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I've decided to prank Teresa with an offer for something for her daughter.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, I'm calling for Teresa Hubbard.
This is Tracy.
Hi, yeah, my name's Rick, and I'm with First Federal National Bank, and
Okay.
Well, we understand that your daughter Daphne just started kindergarten. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that one of the most important things you can probably agree is a good credit score.
Yeah.
And one of the things they judge you, if you look at any credit report, is the length of credit. How long you've had good credit standing. So the longer, the better, obviously. So we believe here that you can never start a child too early with a good credit rating. And I'm sure that's something you can agree.
Okay. How can I help you with that?
Well, you know, now that Daphne is in school, we wanted to give you an offer of our Visa Signature Gold Card.
Yeah, thanks. I already have 2 credit cards right now. I'm not trying to get another one.
No,
right now.
this is for Daphne. That would not be for you.
Yeah.
And this way it gives her a chance at an early age to start building her credit
I
score.
don't know. I don't think my child is ready for a credit card right now.
And it comes with a 6.9% APR. And of course, it comes with points as well. So she can put that towards things like cruises, travel, exotic vacations.
Cruises? No, I don't think my daughter needs that right now.
Well, okay, let me ask you this question. Do you guys give her an allowance?
Yeah, we give her an allowance, but it's minimal, not...
Well, yeah, no, I understand, but she's building credit. And the sooner she does it, the better. I mean, quite honestly, what would have been better is if she could have done it the minute she was conceived. That's the clock ticking. And this is her opportunity to get into the American marketplace and make her credit score known to the world.
This sounds ridiculous, so cruises for a 6-year-old.
She doesn't have to. Listen, hey, look, that's up to you.
Okay.
You just don't allow her to run around and charge everything up, right?
But will she be going on these cruises by herself?
Well, no, you guys would book a cruise. Whatever point she gets towards cruises and stuff, you guys book one too, and you go with her. Of course you don't. What are you going to send her on a boat by herself? No, that's nuts. This is a tremendous opportunity for her.
This sounds like a ridiculous opportunity.
It's not. It's not. We're the only company out there that's helping America build its credit score from day one. We should change our name to Day One Credit, if you ask me.
They don't need credit at 6 years old.
What's the last thing your daughter asked you for?
LOL doll.
And how much was that?
It was like $7.
Perfect. See what I mean? Okay, so like the $500 limit, you're way below that. You pay that off every month. Let her spend $10. Let her spend $15 a month. Then she can use her allowance to pay it off, and she can understand credit. Come on. So you're telling me you don't want your child to understand credit from the earliest age?
I can teach her. She does not need an actual credit card.
And what better lesson than our Visa Signature Gold Card? She'll be the only kid in her kindergarten class with a gold card. I can tell you that. Can you imagine what that's going to do for her status? Imagine the amount of followers she'll have on Instagram when she's sitting there with a Visa Gold Card.
Wait, what does that have to do with Instagram?
Because think of when she's out there flexing with her gold card. Think of all the followers she's going to get going, wow, she's the biggest player in the game.
My child does not need to be a player flexing on Instagram. No matter.
You know what? Good luck. Good luck with her future, because she's going to be living in a cave, not the world we live in now. Just so you know, you're saying...
Sorry, how did you even get my information? How do you even know I have a 6-year-old?
Well, that's because this is a Prospector prank call. It's not real. You're on Rock 107 right now.
Oh, my God. You have I was starting to get so No way I was going to get my child a credit card. That is insane. Oh, my God.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Cops in Massachusetts borrowed 2 boats to save a dog that jumped in a cold lake Saturday and almost drowned. They used a drone to track it until they could get in there and pick the dog up themselves. The dog's owner said it swam too far out and got stranded after chasing some geese into the water.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
9 to 5, no repeat workday. Oh, they could have gone with Patagonian toothfish, but I guess this sounds better. Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, Pepperidge Farm wants young adults, people like you, to know goldfish crackers are for grown-ups, too.
I love Goldfish.
Yeah.
They announced they're temporarily rebranding Goldfish and changing the name to Chilean sea bass. Kind of like that. They posted a jokey ad calling them more sophisticated and so adult.
Now, don't expect to see bags and bags of Chilean sea bass crackers in stores, though. They're only doing it on a limited special edition bags and selling a set amount each day of the week for the next week at ChileanSeaBassCrackers.com.
Seems convoluted.
Yeah.
But Fun fact, when Goldfish crackers debuted in 1962, they were meant for adults and not kids.
Really?
They marketed them as a type of snack for bartenders to put out.
Oh, like I don't know if you know this, but like young people might not know this, but they used to put free snacks, pretzels, peanuts like that in little bowls at bars. But that kind of died out when people realized, man, it's a little germy, and that snacks cost money.
It is kind of germy.
Yeah.
This could be a trend, though.
Yeah, we're going to ask our Alexa about names. Hey, Alexa, what are some grocery items that could use a name change?
Here are a few other foods that are getting rebranded. Pop-Tarts will now be known as Harvest Toaster Squares. They're more than just your childhood nostalgia on sugar. Also, Hot Pockets will be changing their name to Bistro Bakes. It's the same molten cheese core but with way more class. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese will now be known as Velvet Cheddar Pasta. Perfect for the discerning cheese powder connoisseur. And Slim Jims will now be known as Compressed Protein Fingers. It's the same mystery meat stick but now with purpose. Let me know if you'd like me to add any of these items to your shopping list. Happy snacking, Boomer.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
You've got to be a pretty sinful person to steal from a church, right? Especially if you're going to go on a spree and make it your thing. A 20-year-old man in Florida named Jeremy Lang has been arrested for robbing 5 churches over the past month, and it's possible that he hit more than that. He wasn't a good enough thief to get away with it, but he did do his research. Police found internet searches on his phone like how to cut a shirt into a mask, where do churches keep money, and do churches have safes? Jeremy's facing a handful of charges, including 5 church burglary charges, 5 criminal mischief charges, 3 larceny charges, and 1 motor vehicle burglary charge. He's also facing charges for drug possession, obstructing justice, gun possession, and burglary tool possession.
Nominee number 2.
When tempers flare and judgment fails, things can take a dangerous turn. In the world of car dealerships, payment disputes typically unfold with a couple of phone calls to the bank, a stack of paperwork maybe behind closed doors, not in the streets with threats and guns. What should have been a routine issue over a missed payment on a 2020 Honda Accord in Florida spiraled into a carjacking, leaving one dealer employee staring down the barrel of a prison sentence. Evidently, there was an agreement between the finance company and the dealership that stated if the buyer was late on a payment in the first 2 months of the loan, the finance company could demand the entire loan back from the dealership. This detail is crucial because the victim's first payment bounced. Then he paid a late fee along with the first installment in November. The dealer received a letter on December 14th informing them they needed to buy back the loan for roughly $13,000. Notably, the crime happened 5 days later, despite clear instructions to the dealer from the finance company that they could not repossess the car. However, Eric Haddad, a 58-year-old Israeli national and employee at his family's dealership, Guru Auto Sales, carjacked the customer, is now facing up to 15 years in prison. Oh, and by the time of the carjacking, the victim was current on the loan.
And the winner is
the church thief who did his research by Googling where do churches keep money and do churches have safes. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Week, Friday morning on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.